the startups, and before we begin, I would like to ask you how you are all feeling. How's the mood here? Yes, there you go. I thought startups have more energy than this. You can't go to Silicon Valley with, ooh, let's go again. How's your mood? There you go. So for the first time, we are holding the National Pitching Competition for Startups, which is the first regional edition of the prestigious Startup World Cup from Silicon Valley. And we have 14 local startups that will compete here on the MAIB stage today. The winner will earn the chance to represent Moldova and compete for the grand prize of $1 million at the Startup World Cup. Which one of you startups wants $1 million? Raise your hand. Oh, it's just 4 hands, so you can split it evenly. Okay, before we begin, I would like to announce that this event is organized by Startup Moldova with support from USAID, Sweden, and UK Aid, and UMAEF General Partner MAIB in collaboration with Mosaic and Business Angels in Moldova. So let's begin with the official part, which are the welcome speeches. And filling in for the Deputy Prime Minister is State Secretary Katarina Plinsky from Ministry of Economic Development and Digitalization.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex. Hi, everyone. First of all, sorry for being late. I know that you were waiting for me. I'm the one who is representing the Ministry of Economic Development and Digitalization today, and that's why you should start with this representative, and the good luck made that I'm the one to represent the ministry today. I'm very happy and very honored to be with you today. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first such competition that we have in Moldova, and of course let the best win, because Moldova has potential, Moldova has good startups and good ideas. I won't bore you too much with my political talk, but I want to encourage you all to be more active in the ecosystem overall and in our economy. It's not a secret that in order for Moldova to grow, we need to reorient our economy from economy that consumes innovation to one that produces innovation. So I know that we have 14 startups competing today. Good luck to everyone. I'm looking forward to shake the hand with the best of you. So, yep, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Catalina. Speaking of businesses, I think today was announced that we have an increase of 11% in businesses this year, year over year. There you go. The first half of the year. Next, I would invite here on stage Mr. Robert Reno, the Acting Mission Director of USAID.
Good evening. I apologize for that picture, it's old. At one point, I actually did look like that. Maybe again, who knows? Thank you, Catalina, thank you for being here. Thank you to everybody else, partners and friends. We appreciate you coming out for this wonderful event. The United States is proud to be a long-standing partner for Moldova's vibrant startup ecosystem. Entrepreneurs and startups are the lifeblood of the economy here, just like they are everywhere else, driving innovation, fostering competition, and spearheading growth across various sectors. In recent years, Moldova's startup scene has seen remarkable growth. Many of you here were instrumental in driving this growth. As you know, or as you may be aware, the Startup Moldova Foundation currently has over 82 active startups in sectors such as ag tech, insurtech, and wine tech. Personally, I like wine tech. That's just me. Despite limited funding, Moldova's ranking on the Global Innovation Index climbed to number 60 in 2023, a measure of Moldova's impressive capacities in human capital, research, market sophistication, and technological outputs. Sorry, a little unorganized here. Tonight's event is a pivotal moment for Moldova's entrepreneurial ecosystem. This is not just because it will provide essential funding, close to $1 million later on, potentially, and technical assistance to startups and SMEs, further fueling the nation's innovation economy. But tonight is also significant because the National Startup Pitching Competition is more than just a contest. It's a catalyst for community engagement, trust building, and financial backing for local founders. It complements various initiatives by the Moldovan government, universities, donors, and private sector, all dedicated to supporting entrepreneurs and SMEs. We commend the government and ecosystem organizations in Moldova for creating a conducive atmosphere for startups through conferences, incubators, and mentorship programs. Organizations like Startup Moldova, DreamUps, Technovator, XY Partners, and Moldova Innovation Technology Park, supported by the United States government through the Future Technologies activity, are key to building the healthy startup ecosystem here. The Future Technologies activity, supported by the United States government through USAID, UK aid, and Sweden, are committed to nurturing the ecosystem from the ground up, from individual startups to national policies. This comprehensive support enables students, entrepreneurs, and business people to transform innovative ideas into successful businesses on both local and international stages. So I just want to say I look forward to seeing the results of all of the pitches here and congratulating the winners. And hopefully hearing of somebody winning $1 million in Silicon Valley. They have plenty of money. Hopefully somebody will get it. Thank you. Many thanks to the organizers of the event for putting this together, and good luck to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reno. And next I would like to call here on stage one of the organizers. She's the CEO of Startup Moldova, Olga Melnichuk.
Thank you so much, everyone. Well, first of all, I would like to tell you that I'm extremely grateful for all of you being here. I think 3 years ago, we would have issues of collecting so many people in one room to see startups and to get inspired from what the ecosystem is building. And now you're all here, and this is not only due to Startup Moldova, don't even think of this, it's because there are so many partners like accelerators, programs that support startup development, MITP Park. Most importantly, there is government that supports the initiatives in startup development, and also there are development partners that bring so much value and support, financial support to startup ecosystem. Startup Moldova today is organizing the event and is very honored because we became the official partners of the Startup World Cup competition, which will be organized in October this year. This is a global event. And we here locally are selecting one startup who is going to be the best of the best and who will represent Moldova on the stage in the Silicon Valley, which is super fine because this is where we not only promote the innovation and the entrepreneurship that we have in Moldova, but we also promote the country at the global level. I would like to say big thank you to all of the partners that supported the organization of this event. Of course, Maib, and you see this beautiful building and this beautiful room full of nice people and great smiles that I see from here. Besides that, we also have two community partners, Business Angels Moldova and Mosaic, who helped us organize that. These are the groups of business angels from Moldova. Besides that, of course, financial support, but also a lot of inspiration that is coming from USAID, from UK Aid, and from Sweden via the support from Future Technologies Activities Project, and of course, Ukrainian, Moldavian, American Enterprise Fund, who is coming with some surprises for the winners at the end of this event. There is one more thing, of course. As probably every event, there are so many things that can go wrong. I have amazing team at Startup Moldova that managed to pull through this event in a very short time. And please give a round of applause to these amazing people woohoo, who are doing this. And I'm going to call them startup ninjas from now on, because these are what they're doing. We are selecting one startup that will go to Silicon Valley. The competition today will be done among 14 companies. The 14 companies were selected from more than 40 applications, which is huge for Moldova, believe me. We've done that before. 40 applications of very solid startups. 14 will be in in 2 batches, 7 startups plus 7 startups presented to you. I want to tell them that, yes, we select only one, but all of them are already winners, because they will have the opportunity to pitch in front of you, to present their innovations, to maybe find some partners or some potential clients. And of course, they will mingle with investors and get the opportunity to bring investments in their startups. One startup will be selected. Please be open-minded. Help us select the only one. We're going to have 15 members of jury. Members of juries are composed of investors, like real investors investing their own money, entrepreneurs with experience in startup, but not only startup, both from Moldova and abroad, and also experts from IT field. So we're going to make sure that everything is represented and the selection will be absolutely honest and transparent. I'm stopping now, Alex. Thank you very much. And please enjoy the event as much as possible today.
Thank you, Olga. Next is one of the people representing the building we are here in today. Like Olga said, we can all appreciate how nice it looks. Please let's hear Makar Stoyanov, Deputy Chairman of the Management Board at MAIB.
Thank you. So, hey everyone, and welcome. Welcome to our building, welcome to something new, and welcome to something which is the future. We as a MAIB, we as a leading bank, our future, our success cannot be without economy, and successful economy cannot be without you. We, for instance, take around close to 38% of the market share of all legal entities of this country. And of course, whatever we create, you create, it's our success as well, success of our country, of our community, of us as MAIB, or our competitors. So what I see in front is the auditorium full of people, young people, energetic, with new ideas, with the drive. And let's keep going for that. We stand next to you, we will support you, not only with inviting to our home, to the building, but also we will give $3,000 to the winner, $3K of dollars. And what's important, whatever outcome you receive or we get here, it's already a success, because it's indeed, as Olga said, it's very difficult to imagine this kind of thing set up, community, ecosystem in, let's say, 2, 3, 4, I don't talk about 10 years ago. And we are here, and it's not the limit. So we can make a bigger auditorium, and I really hope that at least one of us, or one of you, will be a next unicorn in the country and internationally. Because we already have experience. We're a small country, but we have successes. So don't be shy, think big, and success.
Thank you. And then representing the co-organizers, first is Dmitry Namashko, CEO of Mosaic. Most of you probably know him.
Hello, everyone. We believe in the founders who are solving the world's biggest problems with technology built from Republic of Moldova. And we are so proud to be among the co-organizers for this pitching contest. We, as an angel syndicate, we are offering 100K euro in the promising founders. So if you are raising for your early stage startup, or you would like to invest along our business angel network, let's talk. And best of luck to the founders, and let's make a round of applause for them. Good luck.
I should probably just stay here because the speeches are so short. And Daniela Kolesnik, Director of Business Angels, Moldova. She also has a podcast.
last but not least, I'm very happy to see you, everyone here. Especially, I'm happy for the startup for such a great opportunity to go pitch for $1 million in the US. Wish I had this opportunity when I was developing my own, I wanted to say podcast, my own startup. For those of you who are at the early stages, don't forget, Moldova Business Angels is a business angels network, has been always near startups. And I want to give an example of Bloom Coding. I guess you know this startup that raised 1 million. At the beginning, stayed 4 business angels, and one of the business angels was from Moldova Business Angels. So you can always access local investments from our network. That's it.
Thank you. That was the official part, so we can move on. Next, I would like to call here on stage Alexander Lubnevsky, Ambassador of Startup World Cup. He will be talking about SWC and its importance for the region and startups. Oh, you got your own mic.
Thank you. Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming. I know it's been a long day and you might be really tired, but I want to assure you that we have some exciting information to share and you won't be disappointed, that's for sure. Startup World Cup is a global conference and competition. We're holding this event in more than 50 countries around the world where startups are competing for the main prize, $1 million in investments. And today, we're going to select a company, startup, that will represent Moldova in our grand finale event that will take place in San Francisco later this year. My name is Alex, I'm an ambassador at Startup World Cup, and in the next few minutes I'm going to share with you everything that lays behind Startup World Cup platform. But before that, I want to say huge thanks for our local partner, Startup Moldova. We're very grateful for you, for your ability to host us here today and for all the organizational efforts. Moreover, I'm delighted to announce that Nitera has recently joined Startup World Cup as a global gold sponsor, fostering cutting-edge innovations. So I would like to ask the audience once again for a good round of applause to our global gold sponsor, Nitella. Thank you. Now let's talk about Pegasus Tech Ventures. It's a global venture capital firm located in Silicon Valley, and it's a founder and organizer of Startup World Cup. We started this initiative in 2016, and in the very beginning, it was there were only 16 cities participating in this event. The year later, we had already 28 countries, and we have ended up the previous cycle with 50+ countries all over the world. At this slide, you may see some top of our investments. There's such well-known companies like Twitter, DoorDash, Airbnb, SpaceX, and so on. We also have a network of 40+ corporate partners. Most of them are members of Fortune 500 list, and this allows us to be a link between startups and global corporations. Now let's talk about Startup World Cup, the event we have all gathered here for. It's organized every year, and each year the rules are the same. The championing team receives the main prize, $1 million from Pegasus Tech Ventures. We also expect that these events will be attended by more than 50,000 attendees during this year. Of course, we've talked with our previous champions and participants, and this is not just the opportunity to win a huge check. This is a great chance to be heard and listened in front of most prominent and well-known investors from all over the world. I want to use this momentum to share with you our mission statement. Our global goal is to continue to support global entrepreneurship and live out these mission statements. This stage has started pretty early, so we've been in a lot of countries. We organized events in Brazil, in Japan, in Ethiopia. We made a lot of events in Europe, in Australia, we were in Poland, we were in Austria, in Lithuania, and after Moldova, we'll continue the journey and we'll hold events in Czech Republic, in Mexico, in Hungary, in France, in Croatia, and many more. Now let's talk about the grand finale event. This is a 3-day series of events that is expected to be held from the 2nd to the 4th of October in San Francisco. During the first day, there will be semifinals, followed by very helpful workshops, and finally, during the 3rd day, we'll select the winner, announce it, and there will be a great networking party to conclude the series. It will take place in Hilton Union Square in San Francisco. As you may see, we have received great support from top tech luminaries. That's why our past speakers grand finale list includes such well-known names as Steve Wozniak from Apple, Mark Randall from Netflix, and Joe Chambers from Cisco. Any competition is impossible without judges. That's why we've been partnering with very established executives from their industries. These are Jeff Ralston, Tim Draper, Erin Fang, and many more. Judges always affect of how startups behave, how they produce their product, and they always can give you a good advice how to make a good pivot, for instance. That's why we're always trying to connect our startups with our judges on each of our events. These are our past winners. At the very beginning, Unifa from Japan went out to become our first grand finale Startup World Cup champion. After winning the competition, they grew revenue to $30 million, signed 30 plus new partners from global corporations, and now they expect the IPO on Tokyo Stock Exchange. 2018 winner Local Labs from the United States. They have successfully secured 2 funding rounds. 2019 winner Abivin from Vietnam. They made tremendous growth and expanded business presence across a few additional countries. 2022 SRTX from Canada. As you may see, almost all of our winners are from different industries, and almost all of them are from different countries, thus far highlighting our commitment of fostering global entrepreneurship. And 2023 winner Alice from Japan. They also did a tremendous job and secured several additional funding rounds. Each of our regional winners will be given an opportunity to meet Pegasus Tech Ventures team, especially our very own Bill Reichert. He is a Silicon Valley veteran, successfully exited 2 startups and then focused on the investment side. Bill is ready to share his secrets of how to impress investors from Silicon Valley, but if you cannot wait, you can order his book on Amazon. This is our today's presentation breakdown. Each startup will be given 3.5 minutes to pitch, followed by 2 minutes Q&A sessions. And after that, of course, our judges will elaborate, count the scores, and announce the winner. As I mentioned before, judges are extremely important for us. We are very grateful for all of you, for your time, for your expertise, for your efforts. And once again, guys, I would like to ask you for a good round of applause to our today's judges. This is almost everything I have for today. And in the end, I suggest to watch our short promo trailer.
Versus them asking for the presentation. What are the margins on the $1 million of revenue?
startups is really what we need in the sector. And then don't get caught up in titles or experience.
Amazing. The speakers was amazing.
He does my math for me and they don't film it.
Thank you for your attention, and now I think we're good to continue the ceremony.
Thank you, Alexander. Please welcome next on stage Dmitry Lieberman, who is an angel investor and CEO of Port App. He is also a member of the diaspora. He will share his learning from raising $8 million just this year alone, and he has over 20 years of experience in mobility tech. So, without further ado, Dmitry Lieberman.
Hey, everybody. It's great to be here with you today on this stage, and quite amazing start of the event. I'll try to inspire you all as well through my story. And where is Olga? Olga is here, yeah. So thank you very much for inviting me. It's a pleasure for me to give back to the community. In the past years, I've been living and making different businesses abroad. And since recently, I decided to contribute more to the Moldovan tech ecosystem. So I hope that not only today, but in the next years, we will be continuing to stay in touch, and I will be facilitating the success of you guys throughout the years. So today, what I want to do, I want to share my story that hopefully will inspire you, and I want to share some learning, some ups and downs that I've been through. And entrepreneur life is a journey. It's all the ups and downs, all the hard moments, and all the successes that you need to celebrate. So I hope that my story, my chapters that I will share throughout my presentation, they will be quite handy for you. So this is like a snapshot of who I am. Right now I live in London. This is my 9th country. Crazy, I know. Originally I'm from Moldova. I've been here for multiple years. Then I went abroad across Europe to work on different ventures. I worked for early stage companies that I built with my team. I also worked with some high growth companies like you see on the slide. And this has been quite fascinating since I managed to gain a lot of experience points that helped me to build my profile and expertise that I possess right now. In terms of the expertise areas, I think why I list them here, because each successful entrepreneur needs to be very well-rounded. And throughout my journey, I managed to build up various building blocks that helped me to become who I am right now and be more successful or make better decisions and judgments in everyday business life. So let's move on. I'm going to share several chapters of my life and learnings or takeaways that I got from them. So the first one is called the Passion First, Lessons Through Failure. And I studied at the American University in Bulgaria. During the study, I was so impressed by what's happening in the scene, in tech scene. I was reading TechCrunch like crazy each day. So whoever doesn't read, I really suggest it's still I would say top source for being inspired and also to think about your next adventure and what value you can contribute to the ecosystem, to consumers and businesses out there. So I was reading it like crazy each day. So that's what you see on the right. And on the left, it's me pitching at the university startup competition. we were developing a like lifestyle app for families. But that's not the point. The point is that I got inspired, and the tech became my passion. And this is how I decided to build up my future career, focusing on building and scaling tech ventures. Later on, I moved to my first jobs after the university. Cone is an angel investment platform which we developed in the developing countries. The project failed, but it was quite interesting and steep learning curve for me, where I learned quite a lot, and I think this helped me as one of the stepping stones throughout my future career as an entrepreneur. And on the right, it's a photo of Kaimo, which is a local marketplace similar to eBay, where we also provide the logistics on top of just pure sales facilitation. So why I'm sharing this? Because this was my first chapter, which helped me to have a very steep learning curve, to gain quite significant experience in leadership, in managing projects, team, in various geographies across Europe. And also, most importantly, I think the companies failed. And this was like cheap, fast learning, which helped me to be more successful later on. I don't advise anybody to fail, but if you do, that's actually quite good, because you can take all these learnings and move on to your next adventures. There was one more company, which is like GoClass, which failed later on, which is also one of my highlights, because I lost quite a lot of money on that one, but nevertheless, I learned a lot and moved on to my future adventures. And another thing that I realized was that I really enjoyed the consumer tech, and I didn't like so much B2B sales, though it's very important. So again, good learning. Moving on, so after those adventures and takeaways, I think what's important for startups that we'll be pitching today, and like any entrepreneur, is to correctly time the market, because you don't want to be too late with your product or innovation, and also you don't want to be too early, because you may just not gain the momentum and velocity to accelerate your startup. So timing the market is super critical. And I want to share 2 or 3 stories in my career. So I decided to join Uber back in 2015, when it was high growth company, obviously in the US and Western Europe, and they were building ventures in CE region, in Russia, and like other developing countries. So I joined their team. I didn't really care which role it was. I decided to, okay, this is like high growth company. I can learn a lot. I can contribute to the scalability of the business, but also provide quite innovative product to the consumer base. And the game played quite well. So I was leading the driver loyalty program nationwide back in Russia. Later on, I moved to join Uber Eats team in CE region, where I was responsible for expansion to new geographies and managing operations for their food delivery business. So it was quite fascinating experience. I consider it to be a startup within a startup, because essentially it was like a new business line which we developed and scaled across different geographies. And again, for me, it was tremendous learning curve. Not only learning from the top 1% of companies, people. It was like, I think, by far the most talented team and experienced team I worked with. And I took this experience to the next level and developed it further. And this was my first role where I had quite significant P&L ownership, much bigger than in my previous roles. And bonus point, I experienced the bleed scaling of companies, which is now non-existent, since everybody needs to be more frugal and more cautious about like the return on the investment and how to approach the scalability of your business. Moving on to the third chapter. I have 4, so don't worry, it will not be too long. So I decided after Uber to turn my expertise into advantage, since there were a lot of companies in the food delivery or ride-hailing or like marketplace businesses that were growing exponentially across Europe. So I decided to double down on my experience. I joined Delivery Hero as the regional operations director, focusing on several things. M&A, so we did several M&As in the region, including Romania, and I was leading the M&A work stream. It was quite interesting to work with like startups, buying them and then incorporating them into our food delivery ecosystem. And then my second responsibility was to transition the logistics business model, which is internal innovation essentially. So transitioning from third-party logistics to first-party logistics to provide stronger consumer experience and to remain more competitive in the market. And then after Delivery Hero, I moved over to Bolt to further double down on my expertise. It was only ride-hailing and scooter business back then, so they announced that they're gonna launch food delivery. So actually I joined pre-launch as the head of the food delivery division. I was also part of Bolt management team. And this has been like fascinating journey. I shouldn't say this, but during the pandemic, we were doing like extremely well, unlike most of the companies, because food delivery was essential. And we were quite lucky in a sense that we launched the business in 4 countries pre-pandemic. And then during the pandemic, we scaled within 6 months from 4 countries to 17 countries and ended up with 20 countries, like across Europe and Africa. And I was also responsible for Bolt Market business. It's a quick grocery delivery within 20, 30 minutes. So that's also like something that belongs to the overall like ecosystem picture of Bolt, where consumers can do mobility or delivery services. And again, some takeaways. I think one of the most important takeaways I got from Bolt is that tech companies from Europe, and in particular like from CE region, from Baltics region, can be big and can be successful and can compete on the arena. And I think this is one of the most inspiring examples that I've been through. And then on top of these, the rapid expansion and the scalability of the business that I was managing and dealing with, it was quite tremendous. Like we ended up with over $1 billion in GMV, so it's turnover of the business, 20 countries, over 1,000 employees under my management, like 100,000 of merchants and riders on the platform, and then different like product and innovation projects that we did internally. So again, like startup within a startup, that helped me to double down on my experience, but also to contribute quite significantly to the pool of our partners and the consumers. Now, at some point, I decided to move on, since I was stuck in too many administrative meetings at Bolt. So I decided to rediscover my passion, and this is how I ended up building, together with my co-founder, a company called Port. Our R&D isn't based in Poland. Our consumer markets are UK and Sweden right now. Majority is in London. So what we do, it's a hub-based model for micromobility rentals. We target food delivery riders, which sounds crazy, but believe me, this is quite attractive segment. And I think, we provide a very strong product for, actually the first, I would say, rider-focused product tailored for mobility needs. So this is like fully electric. They can rent through the app, which is quite a nice experience. And they have charging, parking, insurance, customer care, so like everything included under one weekly subscription or like daily pass. And you know, it doesn't sound too attractive as a business potentially, but I managed to leverage my previous experience and double down on my knowledge of the industry, understanding how to scale businesses, but also to bring efficiency of, you know, running the operations, the hardware and software side of the marketplace. And this is what we do right now. With this project, we raised, as Olga mentioned, 8 million in euros. Part of that is debt funding to finance the capex, and a lot of that is also like to finance the software and further growth of the business. Where do we stand right now? We have a fleet of 250 bikes right now, spinning wheels. By the end of September, we'll have 1,000 bikes, mostly in London. And our consumers are, we sell directly to delivery riders, essentially. So it's quite decentralized and attractive rental model for us. I think one of the, I will read through this about the takeaways, but one thing I want to mention specifically is that the times are changing. Like this kind of business, you know, you could not raise during maybe 2020, 2021, 2022, maybe even last year, because investors don't really like hardware businesses. And that's very important because you need to understand your audience of investors, of like stakeholders. And also you need to connect all the building blocks between the business model, soundness, the size of the market, the value proposition that you cater. You need quite a lot of data to prove that your business makes sense, because believe it or not, most of the investors don't really get it. Like when they see this and like, oh my, it's like capex, it's you know, a lot of investment to questionable audience. It's like subscription based, so they will always unsubscribe. Food delivery business is dying globally. Oh my God, it's still unprofitable, so et cetera, et cetera. So that's why for the project that you are developing, you really need to think through and nail all the like building blocks of the business model. And speaking about the port experience, several things that come to my mind in terms of like takeaways is that you really need to understand your stakeholders, be it investors or customers or partners, and really cater the strong value proposition to them and be focused on that. If you nail it, then you know fundraising and getting traction will be easy later on, but that's quite critical to nail before you move to the like later stages, let's say post-seed stage of your business. Another takeaway is that you don't really need to be in the, you know, big, very big or like sexy market that everybody is talking about. There are a lot of markets with big audience which has money to pay for your product if it solves their real big pain. And this is what actually we cater at Port, and that's why we see such strong traction. And then some other like takeaways lastly about the hardware. If anybody plans to do hardware, happy to, you know, talk in more details with you, but hardware is hard. It's slow and challenging and requires a lot of capital. But then if you get really smart on the financing side, how to structure your debt versus equity, how to build this narrative to your investors, then you can be quite successful. So yeah, that's my last slide. So thank you very much. All the best to the entrepreneurs pitching here on the stage.
I don't have a presentation, but I will keep the clicker on me. So I think it's time for us to begin the actual competition, and before we do that, let me introduce you the 16 members of the jury panel, and I would ask you, if you don't mind, to stand up when I call your name. First, we have Nikolai Manolov, angel investor and co-founder of XOR.ai. Then we have Roman Știrbu, CEO at Simples, investor, advisor, and entrepreneur. Dmitry Lieberman, who you just saw. Denis Filatov, investment director at Horizon Capital. Gleb Babi, founder at Aspect Health. Alexandru Macedon, CEO of Starnet. I'm also Alexandru, so I might represent him. Then we have, wait, I got lost, I'm sorry. Olga Melnichuk, CEO Startup Moldova. Corina Ciura Samanati, orchestra lead, daily business, banking, MAIB. Vladimir Balaban, angel investor, member BAM, co-founder, group at CSG. Mihai Stipanov, angel investor, founder Mosaic and DreamUps. Igor Grosu, angel investor and serial entrepreneur. Cristian Cerneanu, senior entrepreneurship and startup manager, FTA. Victor Sagaidac, CIO, Orange Systems. Marina Bzovoi, administrator at MITP and her baby. Ana Chirița, strategic projects director at National Association of ICT Companies. And Makar Stoyanov, deputy chairman of the management board at MAIB. Is that everyone? Yep, okay, good. Now I invite Olga Melnichuk to present the scoring procedure of today's competition.
Thank you. I'm the only person standing between you and the startups, finally. So we're going to start very fast. The jury will have, actually, no, vice versa. The startups, they already know who is coming. Oh my God, you have a baby here. Who is coming after whom? So we have 7 startups, a short break, and then another 7 startups. The startups will have only 3.5, so 3.5 minutes to pitch in English, and then there's a hard stop. Then the jury is going to have 2 minutes to ask the questions so that to clarify, according to the criteria that they have, will have, to judge the startups. Everyone from the jury is having the criteria, both on paper, but most importantly on the phone. So there is a kind of an app that you can see. If you don't want to use it, you can use the paper, but try to use IT tool. Any questions so far? We're going to discuss it. What happens next? After this 14 startup speech, the jury will go in a different room to deliberate and select 3 top places, place 4, 2, and the first one. Meanwhile, you will have one more very interesting speaker on a fireside discussion, but this is at the end. And then they're going to be prize, awards, very nice things, and of course, a lot of champagne, but this is at the end, okay? That's it. And good luck to startups.
Thank you, Olga. So, let's begin the competition with the first startup, City Farm. Its CEO is Dumitru Albot, and he's also the founder. And we have a quote from each one of them. He says, "I guess you could say I'm a startup collector. My latest obsession is growing salad while I'm pretending to be a tech guru. Just waiting for the day someone tells me to stop mixing lettuce with lines of code." City Farm.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dmitry, and I'm a farmer. On a mission to discover the most efficient ways to feed the world, I realized that agriculture is tough. It heavily depends on climate conditions, which are so unstable. Factors like temperature, humidity, daylight, and many more directly influence the final crop quality. And none of those factors we control. We can only adapt to them. Then I asked myself, do I really know where my food comes from? As it turned out, most of the world's fresh product supplies are coming from countries with better climate conditions, like Turkey, Italy, Morocco, Latin America. But the problem is, the longer our food travels, the less nutritional value we receive at the end. To solve that, we're bringing food production closer to consumers. We've built the largest vertical farm in Moldova, and one of the most efficient ones in the whole Central Europe, where we grow fresh, nutrient-rich produce inside buildings, without soil, without sunlight, using 95% less water for irrigation, with the same high-quality standard all year around, right in the city center of Chisinau. We came up with a novel distribution method where we install our own mini farms inside supermarkets, and our products are sold alive, with roots that continue to grow right on the shelf. That way, we offer the freshest product ever possible. So we are less than half a year on the market, and from day one, we've been selling much more than we can produce. Best problem to have, isn't it? And all that with zero marketing. But that's thanks to an amazing support from people who are the best in their industry. We've got on board founders and mentors who have been involved in building the largest vertical farm projects in the world. And now they're guiding us to make a difference. To scale that, we are packaging everything into a franchise made of vertical farm technology plus management software to replicate this into bigger markets. And the current focus right now is Middle East. According to our projections, if we continue the same way we are now, we are reaching 1 million gross profit by the mid-2025. Our competitive advantage and the main entry point into the market is this. You see, for plants to grow and stay fresh, they need water and nutrients. By adding a special chemical compound, which I added at the beginning, we transform all that into jelly that does not spill, doesn't evaporate, but at the same time keeps the root system moist and slowly delivers the nutrients. Thanks to that, we don't need fridges anymore for storage. We can transport plants alive for weeks without watering them. And all that without changing the current infrastructure in the world. The future is already here. It's just not equally distributed. And we're here to fix it and make it at scale. Thank you.
Do we have questions? Ana Chirița?
Hello, Dima, I'm here. Hi. So we have a question on the competition. You haven't really touched upon competitors. Can you elaborate, please, on that, if you have any, except...
Excuse me? Yeah, I'll go back to the team slide, and on our board, we have Max. Max has built the largest vertical farm in the world. He's a Russian guy, the founder of company iFarm, which failed for bankruptcy. It happened during the pandemic, and being in touch with those people, we know how to get there faster, and we know how to avoid their mistakes. So in the world, there are competitions, people who can produce high-quality products, but there is nobody who can produce, store, and distribute the same high quality, because most of that from vertical farming stops at the distribution. They produce high quality, but when it comes to distribution, they cut the roots, put them in the fridge, and they just lower down the quality of their products. Yeah.
One more question. What's the biggest challenge in your startup?
The entry point is very capital intensive. So we took like half a year to construct and build the largest vertical farm, which is capital intensive. Then we started sales. Then we saw we sell more than we produce. So now we again have to increase our production. So we had 3 waves of increase in our production already. And so far we are still lacking, so we need to produce more.
20 more seconds if we have any other questions. Nope. Thank you, Dumitru Albert.
Thank you.
I actually purchased a lettuce from City Farm yesterday at Kaufland. I was like, what is this thing? Let me try it. And it looked really cool because it had giant roots. I was actually thinking about planting it. But now I know that it's not growing in the ground. It's actually growing in Jello. Next one is Unde.io. And the CEO and co-founder is Bobby Bogdan Sorin. His quote is, "We organize raves to cover costs in the early stages of Unde.io development."
Hi everyone, and thanks for using our platform to get to this event. For the past 2 years, we've been helping event organizers make the events profitable and make an impact. In all this time, we understood one thing, that event marketplaces are dead. The current solution don't fit the needs of existing event organizers. And from the 50 interviews that we've did with our existing clients, we understood that first, they don't have ownership of the data. They don't have the emails, companies, or positions that their attendees are working on. Also, attendee management is really hard. You need to send emails, you need to send reminders, and also to check in the guests. And this is a headache for them. Apart from them, every need for every event is unique, and the existing solutions don't cover all these needs. So they don't provide a custom solution for it. Just posting an event on the marketplace doesn't guarantee you sales. You need to implement different strategies. You need to communicate through different channels to get the people to the event. At Wyndia, we're changing all this for our event hub, where each organizer can easily post his event in less than 2 minutes, and after that integrate the ticket sales in his own website. Also has access to a dashboard where he can send email campaigns and monitor the performance of the event in real time. They have access to a custom-made CRM, where they see all the details of their person that are coming. They can generate B2B invoices and track them. Apart from that, in the day of the event, they just check in the guests, and automatically upon scanning, you print out the badge. So you don't need to use these ones. And our solution is custom. Either it's for free, private, paid events, or even if it's a venue or a theater. The event market is huge, with 85 billion worth of tickets sold worldwide this year. We're focusing from that the CE region for business, networking, and recurring events. We're also directly working with venues. So how do you make money? It's simple, 7% from each ticket sold. After that, you can buy a SaaS, software as a service, for 49 euros to get access to different functionalities. And apart from that, we sell also enterprise packages to organizers with custom needs. We've organized over 300 events, sold 20,000 tickets. And this is just some of the names and the big logos of the companies that we work with. We've reached 70,000 ARR, and 60% of that was done for selling the enterprise packages. We're gearing towards the 10K mark MRR till the end of the year. So the market is big, so is the competition. But we're committed to offering the best solution for B2B events in the CE region. For our 2 years of experience, we managed to raise investments. We hosted events in 3 countries in Europe, and we managed to break even just last month, so you can congratulate us. All of this was not possible without our stellar team, with a huge background in the events industry and software development. So right now, we're raising funds to help us launch on new markets, to attract 200 new clients and get to 300,000 euros in ARR. These funds will be used for marketing, hires, and product development. So if you're ready to come with us and change the events industry, imagine a world where every event organizer can reach his customers in just one click, and every event participant just feels connected and part of the event. Thank you.
We have questions.
Hey, hi Bogdan, great presentation. You know, I like B2B sales. So question about the sales, like what's the sales cycle? How much time does it take? And how do you plan to scale the sales team going forward?
So the sales cycle depends on the size of the event organizers. If it's a small, like community event that does like events regularly, usually it's 1 or 2 hours since the time that he called us. But if it's an actual enterprise sale, then it usually takes up to 2 months. And we do the sales by visiting the events, by contacts, introductions to event organizers. And yeah, events are a great place to be, to network with other people and meet people from other companies that could be your clients in the future.
Anything else? Okay, one more.
So still kind of on the question that Dmitry mentioned, but how do you plan? Because you mentioned you want to focus on CEE. We're talking about a global perspective. How do you plan to go global in general?
For now, we're planning more to focus the CE region because the sales process is a high intensity one. We need to sign the venues, so that's one of the ways to get our clients. So we're moving country by country to sign the venues and the vendors that provide like the sound equipment and stuff for the events. So they're our go-to persons to enter a new market. After that, we partnership with the biggest events in the biggest industry in the country that we're in to gather like global coverage, and then other organizers came. Like we have one client from Poland who just created the event and hosted it with us just because another speaker came to Moldova and he saw that event here.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Seng Energy. Did I say that right? Seng Energy? Yep. Its co-founder and CEO is Mihai Moglan, and his quote is, "Seng Energy is the first and last startup I'm doing green-headed." After that, together with my co-founder, we're going to open a cleaning company and or invest in commercial real estate. Let's see Mihai on stage.
What a great audience. Hi guys, I'm Mike, and today I'm going to present you the latest and the greatest solution on one of the biggest challenges in renewable energy industry. Every solar and wind park must deliver the energy generation forecast to the energy distributor with an error margin of maximum of 4%. If the forecast is bad, this leads to huge financial penalties. Only in the Republic of Moldova, which is less than 0.1% of a global market, last year there have been paid penalties of over 900,000 euros. According to the latest reports, due to bad energy generation forecasts, globally there is lost more than 7 billion euros. This figure represents penalties, operational costs, and bad, inefficient market strategies due to bad forecast. Here we come, Seng Energy. Seng Energy aims to eliminate financial losses and optimize costs based on the latest machine learning and computer vision technologies. For that, we are using time, historical, weather, and solar radiation data. In comparison with other companies who use a general model for every park, our solution is automatically considering the necessities of every park and automatically adjusting to its necessities, taking into consideration technical part, geographical location, and angle of the solar panels. Due to that, we are minimizing the financial loss by over 65%, and right now our prediction accuracy is more than 96%. The renewable energy market is vast and constantly growing. In less than 10 years, we are going to win 5% of the global market, which is more than 400 million ARR. Our business model is a piece of cake. It's based on monthly subscription. Every park pays around 250 euros per megawatt. Even though we just launched, we have great success. Our solution is being deployed on Moldovan market, is being used more than 80% of solar parks from Moldovan market. Our team consists of 2 people, me, Mihai Moglan, a machine learning engineer with over 3 years experience. I've developed and launched failure prediction and underperformance models for windmills, and Mihail Negare, regional sales director at Bloom Coding, the startup which last year raised more than 1.5 million euros investments. Furthermore, Mihai has experience in business processes, communication, B2B and B2C sales. Even though we have only less than 1 year of activity, we already won for nearly 50,000 investments out of grants and angel investment. Our ask is around 250,000 euros for adopting the algorithms for windmills, adopting the underperformance and anomaly detection platform for banks, hiring a great team, expanding to China, India, and reaching an 1.5 million ARR by the end of next year. Here was me, Mihai, the founder of Seng Energy, the startup which is already being deployed on Moldovan market, the startup which is minimizing the financial loss by 65% and a great opportunity to invest in greener future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mihai. Let's see if we have any questions from the jury. Turn it on. Yep.
Nice, thank you. It's a nice presentation. We also we have our solar camp Simples launched last week. So maybe we'll be your first client. So we'll discuss after that. But for me it's interesting how is the accuracy of your forecast and how is your accuracy is higher than Navitas? Can you show some benchmark?
Yes, we did the 4 POCs on 2 parks from Chisinau, one from south and one from north. We compared our forecast with a historical forecast from current provider for Navitas, and this is how we measured our this is how we measured the financial minimization of financial loss, and furthermore, this is how we compared general truth with the forecast of the energy generation. This is how 96% is measured.
Okay, maybe we'll meet and discuss after that.
Sure,
thank you.
For sure.
Other questions? Anna?
Sorry,
We can just assume Anna has questions.
No, I not necessarily have, but you've mentioned that you've raised 45K from grants and
Angel investment.
Angel investments. However, at the same time, if I am not mistaken, you mentioned that you have parks that are paying. The question is, are they paying, or have you just implemented the solution to test it and prove the MVP? Or
Thanks for the question. Because it's a huge responsibility, because we are speaking about huge financial penalties, our customers are using the solution as a free trial for 6 months, and due to that, right now it's in trial period. We are not paying now, yeah. At the end of the trial, which will lead to a 25K MRR.
Okay, thank you, Mihai. Seng Energy.
Thanks.
I'm just going to sit here when I call the startup, so I just don't go back and forth. Number 4 is Realoc.io, represented by Valentin Salamud, CEO and founder. As a founder who used to handle transactions worth 10 million euros in the real estate industry, he now finds himself dealing with 1 million tasks only.
Hi, I'm Valentin, the former operation manager of ProImmobil, the biggest real estate company in the Republic of Moldova. As an agent, I closed deals more than 10 million euro. Now imagine, selling or buying your home 10x faster. At Realoc, we are transforming the entire B2B real estate ecosystem, connecting agents, property developers, and banks in one seamless platform. Picture this. You are a real estate agent and a customer contacts you. You have 1 hour to respond and send him the offer. But most agents take 6 to 8 hours. By then, it's too late. Sales lost. Why? Because customer wants to buy now. If you are slow, they buy from someone else. And we've solved that problem by helping our agents to send their offer in just 5 minutes, ensuring clients don't seek our salespeople. Also, we help developers instantly connect to our 700 agents that are ready to sell their properties right now. Our users are real estate agents selling residential properties ready to collaborate and share the commission. We've launched in February 24, and we attract 50% of real estate agents on our platform. That are 700 users with more than 2.5 listings on Realoc. Also, as a complimentary service, we've launched our mortgage brokerage service 1 month ago. And we already closed 3 deals, with 4 more in the pipeline that generated us 3,000 euro. Additionally, we onboarded our first property developer 3 weeks ago, and now we are onboarding the next 2. In our strategy, Moldova is a playground where we polish and streamlining the product. Romania is a major stepping stone where we validate our product on a developing market. After that, we go to UAE and MENA region. If in Moldova, we deal with a 550 million market, when in Romania it's 11 billion. And after that, next step, MENA region with 600 billion market. And for your understanding, to reach 100 million annual revenue, we need 0.7%, just from commission and manna. Our business model is simple yet powerful. Core functionality is free for our agents, ensuring rapid adoption to our platform. We monetize through premium features from our agents and from commission from property developers and banks. Today, the competition is so inefficient that right now we are the only product that gives such an, such an efficient product for our users. Sorry. Real estate sales are all about relationships. That's why community-based marketing is the main strategy. Then we've expanded our sales by outbound sales team for property developers, referral system for agents that generate us leads for mortgage brokerage, and also PPC. Our teams have a lot of experience in real estate, in product design, and software engineering. Now we are raising up to $1 million to accelerate our expansion and product development. If you know what means FOMO, fear of missing out, don't join us. Thanks, sorry.
Thank you, Valentin. Let's see if we have any questions from the jury. Okay.
Hi, great presentation. I have a question about the revenue model, if you can go back to that slide.
Yes, of course.
And competition, yeah. So as I understand, you primarily make revenue of charging 3% from property developers.
Yep.
And if you go to the next slide, your competition is having more or less like flat fee per year or per month. So the question is, are they ready to really pay 3%? Is it like validated? It looks like the competition is doing something fundamentally different.
Yes, the business model, this is the average, the minimum commission that is paying real estate developers in Dubai, for example, yeah? We are paying from 3 to 6%. We are taking the 3 to 6% and we give the commission, for us it's only 1%, and we give the commission to real estate agents. We are in the middle, something like this.
Okay, so it's 1% for you, basically.
From the real estate development, it's 1%.
Okay, it's still more expensive, thanks. So the question is, yeah, how scalable is this to charge 1%, right? Because competition is charging much less, as I understand.
What competition is charging much less?
The companies that we see on the screen.
Who is charging less? They are charging for using of a platform. We are giving it for free for our real estate agents.
Right. But then if you go back to the...
This is for, how to say, we don't charge users. The user for us, the main users for us are real estate agents.
Yeah.
But they are charging also in real estate agents. Also, really, for example, in Dubai, they are charging in the same thing, how to say, the same like us, transaction fees from real estate developers.
Right. Okay. Thanks. Thanks for explaining.
Sorry if I.
No, that's fine.
Thank you.
We don't have time for another question, so thank you, Valentin.
Thank you.
Next, we have Pinky CyberSafe, represented by Alena Levka, CEO, co-founder. Her quote is, "Always thought that startup founders are all passionate, young, hot-blooded people. This is only partially true. The average age of founders is actually 40 years, and I am turning exactly 40 on Sunday, August 4th. I hope we're all invited."
Hello everyone, my name is Alena. I'm here representing Pinky CyberSafe, accessible cybersecurity for small and medium enterprises. Cold statistics. 1 out of 10 companies will be attacked this year, including the startups that are present here. In 10 years, this means that all and any small company will be a target. An average loss for a company is about $35,000 per attack. For some small businesses, this can be lethal. With an estimated market of about €1 billion only in Europe, this is also a very interesting investment opportunity. Why does this happen? First of all, small businesses don't have resources, the money, to buy and to manage the existing cybersecurity solutions. Second reason is that they don't have technical knowledge to even understand these solutions. Pinky CyberSafe is here to bridge that gap and to provide AI-driven educational journey accessible to non-tech users with limited budgets. How does it work? First of all, you need to understand what to protect. We give you tools to map your network and to discover devices that are prone to an external attack. Next, you need to understand what can go wrong and what effect it can cause on your business. We give you tools for that too. Next, you need to apply mitigation measures. Here's a range of tools and procedures with clear explanations for non-technical users that will also give you a perspective how it will impact your business and how your business will benefit from it. Our competitive analysis shows that, of course, there is a lot of competition, but what sets Pinky apart are three things. First of all, we target non-tech users. Secondly, we use ML-driven algorithms, while some of our competitors don't. And third, we address one of the biggest challenges about the resources, and we aim to be 10 times cheaper than our competition. Our early adopters are very happy to provide us with feedback and helpful insights in developing further our product and deliver new and useful features. Our business model is B2B2B, where we see internet service providers and managed security service providers as value-added resellers, who at their turn are viewed as dedicated customers. Our team is not big, but we have all the necessary acumen, from business expertise to cybersecurity and even ethical hacking. Our road so far, we won a number of grants, we developed our MVP, we are onboarding our friendly clients, we signed a development and partnership agreement with one of the biggest ISPs here in Moldova, and we are negotiating with several ISPs in Romania. We are looking to raise another $500,000 to add to the $500,000 that we already raised, and this will help us achieve our product targets and our financial KPIs. Thank you very much for your attention, and please join Pinky CyberSafe to make digital space safer.
Thank you, Aliona. We have a question. If you don't mind sharing the microphone. We only have a limited amount of microphones, so.
What's your plan to source tech guys in order to get enough knowledge and insights on the cybersec?
To source for our development? Yeah,
for the platform knowledge.
For the platform knowledge. Actually, you know that has been the easiest part of the journey so far. Because you would be surprised how many specialists in cybersecurity, especially ethical hackers, are very passionate about the fact that we are building a solution for small businesses and not for enterprise. So we met these wonderful guys in during one of the conferences from Croatia, who actually started contributing to the platform for free, just because they joined our mission and just because they believe in what we are doing. So it's not the biggest challenge for us.
And do you believe it's sustainable?
It's not, of course, it's not sustainable in long term, but this is, we are a startup, so we use all the help we can get. And in long term, of course, we plan to onboard in a more structured way specialists. And yes, there is a huge gap on the market, and this is one of our business opportunities. But also we have a quite extensive network of specialists in that regard.
Thanks.
Anna?
Hi. Back to your business. No, it's fine. How many paying customers you have? Like, we've seen how happy people are, but are they actually paying, or are you also in the part of testing models and seeing what that helps?
We are very careful about the part with paying, because we have a very sensitive product that goes deep inside the client's network. We do have paying clients right now, but we are not even mentioning it because, in our opinion, it's not exactly significant to our ambitions, what we want to get on the market. And secondly, we are a deep tech product, so we are constantly developing our product.
Let's put it differently. How many customers do you have in general? Like,
right
if
now,
you cannot say how much they're paying, how many of them are there?
Right now we have six customers who go along with us. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Aliona. We're doing really good on time, just so you know. As a founder, number 6, as a founder who has attracted investments in his startup, he now doesn't even have time to go paragliding, even though it used to be his favorite activity. It seems that now the only things flying are ideas and investors. Alexandru Luncascu, co-founder of Privesc.Eu.
I'm Alex, one of Breezy co-founders. Breezy is a no-code website builder. You can create a website on our cloud platform, WordPress, or Shopify. Creating a website is a complex process, it's expensive, it's time-consuming, and you need a dedicated professional team. Breezy makes it easy. You can create a professional website with AI in 30 seconds. Breezy is the most intuitive website builder on the market. The total market for our Breezy products are exceeded 12 billion. We started as a WordPress plugin for B2C, but after that we pivoted to B2B, and we are focusing more on agencies, hosting, and SaaS companies. We offer a white label solution for hosting providers or SaaS companies who want to upsell websites to their customers, and we charge them based on website sale each month. We are nearly at 1 million ARR. Our most clients are from US. In Q4 2022, we raised 2.4 million investment, and after that, we focused more on B2B. We launched the AI website builder, and recently we launched the Shopify app. We have big competitors, but our main competitor is Duda. They generate 10 million per year, and they are losing customers. We are discussing right now with an agency, a fulfillment agency, who brought to them 1,000 agencies, and they are wanted to migrate all those customers to Breezy. We do PPC, ACO, PR, and events to attract more SaaS companies. We are 4 founders. We are doing businesses together for almost 15 years. We have some successful projects and 1 exit. We are around 50 people. Most of them are here in Moldova, and the rest are spread around the world. We are seeking now for a new round of investment. If you are interested, please let us know. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexandru. Let's hear some questions if we have any. Marina Bzovi.
Is it now? Okay, you're writing, you are the first white label AI website builder. If I Google it, will I actually find other white label which has AI integrated?
They do now, but we are first that we offer this AI builder for white label.
Okay, what about clients? Can you tell us, not the revenues, but the number of clients that you already have on the platform?
In total, we have more than 300 clients, but we are focusing now more on B2B. So we started with B2C. That's why we have a few hundred. But these big clients, there are few. For example, we have 1 big client from US. They sold yearly 2 million per year, only websites for churches. So we are focusing more on those kind of clients, and we have a few of them.
Thank you.
We have another question.
Yeah. Hi, Alex. Nice presentation. Can you tell us a little bit more about your next round? Because maybe $1 million is not going to be enough for you. Is it worth to fight for?
Yes, the second round we want to spend more, 70% we want to spend more on marketing. And for product, we have few things that we need to do for this agency that wants to bring more customers, more agencies actually. We have only 1 agency that we migrate. So we're in 3-4 months, we are finishing extend the APIs that they need, but the next round will be more focusing on sales and marketing.
Okay, thank you so much. That was Alexandru Luncascu from Breezy.io. And the last startup before the break, It's Yuliu Serbinov, head of product at Blocktrain. Blocktrain is where your learning journey is always first class.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Julio and I'm here to showcase you Blocktrain AI, trainings designed to fit you. Now, there's three huge issues in today's traditional corporate training method. They fail to take into consideration individuals' needs, they neglect their varied skill set, and they limit the professional growth and job satisfaction. Now, in compliance-regulated sectors, there's 115 million employees, and they spend annually 1.5 billion hours on trainings alone. You would think that that'd be enough not to do mistakes, but you're wrong, because companies still do mistakes, and they paid in the last 5 years 46 billion euros in fines. Now, we don't believe in one size fits all, so we think trainings should be individualized, and we created a solution. So how that solution works? Quite simple. The AI assesses the user's knowledge, creates an individual training program, and designed it just for him. Now, because they only train you the information where you lack in knowledge, we can save up to 80% of the training. In numbers, that means that yearly we can save 22 billion euros, those companies who paid the 46 billion euros in fines. Now, we have a subscription-based model for a standard package of 30 euros per user per year. We have a premium one at 40 and a negotiable one for the big enterprises. The big difference between standard and premium is the amount of features they use. Now, we plan to target financial institutions, banks, and other compliance-regulated sectors, and we want to do that through direct sales, partnerships, and collaborations with ACAMS or ICA, and for a little bit of marketing. Now, there is competition on the market, but there's 3 key features to differentiate. First one is the AI course generation. The second one is the proficiency personalized approach, and the third one is the AI training assistant. That allows us to be timely efficient, to allow to have trainings in over 120 languages, and to create personalized skill paths. Now, the corporate training market is quite big, with a TAM of 26 billion users, but we plan to initially target the compliance-regulated sector of 4.6 billion users. Now, in terms of validation, together with WISE, we had a 200-user focus group. At the completion of it, we reached an NPS score of 90. We have been voted in the top 5% of startups worldwide at Focal S24. With Bank of China, UniCredit, and Deloitte, we already have completed our POCs, and we've proven that we're product market fit, and now we want to begin to start selling. Meet our team. They have over 20 plus years of experience in compliance and regulated institutions, and we have been building technological engineering platforms for companies like HSBC, Shell, Bosch, Vivid, and many more. I'm here today because I'm substituting our founders as we're busy with our investing activities. So that's why I'm here. And with that said, I want to welcome you to Blocktrain. Let's all say goodbye to generic trainings. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a question.
Yeah, thanks so much. The question is, how you apply AI for your training courses? I know myself, but it would be nice to elaborate.
Okay, sure. So we have 3 AIs actually combined at once, so they're all embedded. We have different ones for different features, and all of that works together to provide those features, the regulations they need. So different features, different AIs.
Yep.
When you say that you target the regulated sectors,
yes.
Do you mean that you already have mapped specific, I don't know, compliance, or what exactly are you training? Because the whole thing is so vast. It can be from regulatory component or to compliance, or what exactly are you doing and how did you test it?
Exactly. We are starting with compliance and regulatory, and we plan to move ahead as we develop our AIs into being able to do that for multiple and different departments. So yes, compliance is where we start. We have the most experience there. We have people who have been doing those through the past. If there is someone here in the field who knows what compliance is and worked there, they know what 18 hours of video watching mean, and that takes time. And that's annoying, and that's not helping you. We do have, for every single user, individual testing, individual learning, individual training. So it's not possible for your employee to sit to the next one and just click the same boxes. Sorry, I cannot hear.
The companies you mentioned actually open their compliance procedures to you, or how does that work?
No, we
Or-
did a focus group where the users tested our product and checked if they like it, if it's successful. So the user goes through an assessment at the beginning, and the way it goes with an easy question, and the questions get harder and harder and harder in order to understand what's his level and degree of knowledge. Then he gets assigned a training designed just for him. He goes through the training. Because he only targets what he doesn't know, he saves a lot of time. So
Okay.
that's what we did.
And what's the market acquisition cost actually? Have you ever calculated? Because you want to charge 30 euro per user or 40?
Yes, that's for the big enterprises, because we did those PSCs with the big companies like Bank of China, UniCredit Italy, Deloitte, and so on. They have 10,000 users, for example, which have to do this mandatory trainings. So for us, that's the price range we're trying to target.
Okay, thank you very much,
Thank
Julius
you, guys.
Serbenov, Head of Product at Blocktrain. Let's hear a round of applause for the first 7 startups. They were very exciting. And now we head for a 10-minute break. Just a reminder, this event is organized by Startup Moldova with support from USAID, Sweden, UKAID, and UMAEF, general partner MAIB in collaboration with Mosaic and Business Angels Moldova. Special thanks to our sponsors, iSpace. 10 minutes break. second part of the pitching contest. I'll give you 2 more minutes to come back. I'll ask the colleagues from Startup Moldova to bring everyone back inside. Take a seat. We're waiting for the last members of our jury. If you can find them, bring them. Veronica, we have all the members of the jury here. Perfect. So now that we're all back, and I think all the members of the jury are back, let us hear from the first startup of the next 7. I will invite on stage Cardo Sharafi, co-founder and CEO of Moonshot. He likes ice baths because startup founders cannot afford warm water. So let's applaud Cardo Sharafi.
Hi, I'm Cardo, and today I'll be happy to present our amazing product, Moonshot. Usually, engineering teams are building those fancy, complex products that no one needs. But actually, what a user needs is just a box, like this cat. Millions of products were launched, and number one reasons why products fail is because there is no market need. Just last year, more than 50 million products were launched, and most of them cannot make a significant impact. And now is the right time to come up with a solution. So what we do is we help B2B SaaS companies to connect them with users from diverse industries in order to run user interviews and to accelerate their product market fit. So if your company looking for a product market fit, you are more than welcome to join our platform where you can find high-skilled users from B2B industries in order to run interviews, because you don't normally have access to them. So what we do, we connect them. That will accelerate your product development time, resources in order to build the right solution for your target audience. There is different solutions on the market, but there is for later on stages of the product development. If you see this blue dot, this blue ocean dot, that's where we stand in the market. That's our number one solution for problem validation. So we know exactly where we stand in the market, where before product hunt and before user testing, you're validating your problem with us, and after that you can use other solutions. So our competitive advantage is you can come back on the platform and you can convert some of the users into your clients, and we call that high impact sales. First, you're solving their problem. Second, you had the first touch point, and third, they need your solution. So we're tackling a specific market, which is a user research and user testing software market, which is growing by 12% by year. And now we're focusing on US and UK, which we plan to capture around 40 million in revenue. We started around 10 months ago, and we've been participating in a Silicon Valley accelerator. We got 3 B2B clients from US, paid customers. We have other 5 on a waiting list, which we are planning to hit around 100K in revenue, and by 26, around 1 million. We're planning to, using AI, we're planning to scale the knowledge, because the users that we have on the platform, their time is very limited. So we are using our own data from the meetings that are happening on the platform and creating AI models that can provide you feedback that will make us more scalable. So we've been participating in a San Francisco accelerator in Draper University. We got 1 angel investors, and we're certified product managers by Berkeley. Our business model is very simple. We have a subscription model based on the amount of interviews you can run on the platform. And if you don't have a subscription, you can pay per meeting, and we take 20% out of that. We're a great team with amazing experience in running and participating in one of the best startup programs in Eastern Europe and Silicon Valley. I studied product management at Berkeley, one of the best universities in the world, and we are experienced in doing global sales, and we're also very connected to the global startup ecosystem. We're looking for introductions to B2B SaaS companies that are looking for product market fit, and we're also hiring a sales manager. Maybe some of you here. So let's build meaningful products together, and thank you very much for your attention.
We have questions. Nikolai first.
Yeah, hi, thank you so much. Great pitch, like high energy, Berkeley style, cool. So 2 questions. First of all, do you raise funds now, and how much? And second, how do you apply AI? And did you try something, or you're just about to try? Where are you?
So the first question, we're not raising at the moment, so we're bootstrapped, maybe next year. And the second, so we're integrating the machine learning into the platform by using the data that we have on the platform. So we are planning to do that. So that's in the next phase of our roadmap. And so by using our own data from the platform, we are training the machine, so it will create different experts that will provide you feedback. Of course, it's not the same as the real user interviews, but that's the feature that we plan to integrate on the platform.
Okay, thank you. Denis?
Right. Yeah, so it's a good question. So GLG, it's right, it's one of our competitors, but they are focusing for enterprise level at the moment. So they're more expensive for SMEs and small medium businesses. One of our biggest clients are like medium with a couple of hundreds employees company. That's one. The second, we are focusing specifically on a product validation, not on other stages. So when the client comes to us, they know that it's the place where you can validate actually your problem, and the users that are on the platform, they are trained to give you feedback in order to do the customer discovery.
Any other questions? Nope. Thank you very much, Cardo.
Thank you.
Iono Lar says, we wanted a salary raise so badly that we created a platform to get it. He is the co-founder of OneSings.
Hello everyone, my name is Ion and I'm the CEO of OneSings, an AI-driven performance management platform to build high-performing and skilled teams. We live in a dynamic and constantly changing world where the competition is so fierce that the only way for you to win it is to have the best team working for you. Now, it's pretty painful for me to say it, but if your employees won't have up-to-date and strong skills demanded by the market, you'll wind up laying them off and you'll see your bench increasing. This problem costs around $3 billion, the big tech, only in 2024. Now also, if you won't have a platform where employees can give each other continuous feedback and actually improve on that feedback, you'll see how they are quitting your company. And you'll have to spend 10 more times than the lost employee's salary to hire a new one instead. The solution for that, of course, is to continuously invest in your people's development. That's why we created OneSings, an AI-driven performance management platform to help companies improve their employees' productivity and skills. Firstly, we're helping you by finding that gap in your employees' skills from our performance reviews and continuous feedbacks. And then our AI system automatically generates a personalized development plan to your employees so that they can fill up that gap. As a result, you'll be able to see the skills and the evolution of your employees over time and take the appropriate action on that. Now, if you have more skilled employees, then it means that they are becoming more productive in their work. If they are becoming more productive in their work, then it means more revenue for you and also savings on new hires, layoffs, and bench. We are targeting Moldova, Switzerland, Nordics, and US, where we aim to generate around $18 million in the next 6 years. Our business model is B2B. We are targeting IT companies with at least 100 employees. We are giving our platform on a free trial, and then we charge €4 per employee per month. So far, our product is used in 3 companies. We managed to secure $25,000 of investment. Our product was validated in more than 60 interviews, and we managed to do 2 partnerships already. Now, AI module, integrations, and gamified design gives us a competitive advantage in terms of usability and retention. We do our sales using the outbound reach. Now, we are targeting 1 or 2 teams from a certain company, give them a free trial, and then we are expanding our product through the whole company using the bottom-up approach. Also, we do workshops and partnerships with HR and consulting companies. We come from the biggest enterprises in Moldova, and we are the best team to build this product thanks to more than 7 years of experience as development leads and project managers, because we were responsible for our team growth and performance. Now, if you are a manager or a business owner who feels that at least something from what I presented today might apply to you, I'm willing to give you a free workshop on how you can improve your team's skills and productivity and also save lots of costs on hiring and bench and layoffs. Thank you.
Questions? Nobody wants a salary increase?
I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
How much time does it take for a company to onboard in your solution? Or like,
Yeah, great question. It depends on the company size usually, and it depends on how much we agree for the free trial to begin. But usually it's around 3 months because we have to integrate with their existing systems as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
One more?
Yeah, and follow-up question. How much time does it take from the guys themselves to be tested, or how exactly your solution works? Does it take time from employees, or it's kind of taking data from systems, how it operates?
Like how they...
Yeah. Do my employees need to spend some time with your solution to be measured, or you measure it without?
Okay, so 2 things here. Firstly, we're integrated with existing system from the company, Excel files and stuff like that, where you have KPIs. We integrated in our system and they automatically calculate stuff. And also, we are calculating it from the continuous feedbacks that your employees give to each other. And this can be around the whole year or specifically at the performance review. The only thing that they input there is feedbacks to each other.
Okay, thank you very much, Iwan. Today we have 2 startups that managed to bring down something at Google. One of them is about to go on stage. At 18, he developed such a fast-growing software that brought down Google's AI for 2 hours. Christian Hilger, CEO and co-founder of
Hey there, I'm Christian from CanAI, the 18-year-old founder. Now, it's no surprise to you all that email is broken. You all receive thousands of emails per day that you don't care reading about. And that's because email is used as marketing instead of relationship building, which is what it was made for. Now, this hurts everyone in the space, including the companies that send emails. Out of 100 emails that get sent, only 25 get opened, and less than 0.2% actually gets turned into any sales opportunities. Now, in order to combat this, companies hire sales teams, which turns back email to relationships. Now, sales teams are so expensive. They're also very inefficient. In fact, 44% of them fail their quotas. And that's because they waste time in repetitive tasks. Now, here at CanAI, we believe that there is a better way. You don't have to do all of this. AI can do it. AI can do research about the leads, can qualify them, they can write emails, and they can send them. Now, this ends up saving 80% of the repetitive work, so that sales teams can actually focus on sales. We actually achieve better results than average, 2 to 4 times better, in fact. Our market size is $17 billion and is growing pretty fast at 14%. And our size of that market is small to medium-sized B2B businesses with high ticket offers. So think of marketing agencies like a good fit. We have a lot of competitors, but most of them are on the mass marketing side, which means they do send a lot of emails, but none of them work. And we have the only easy platform to use that actually focuses on relationships. We are a B2B SaaS business model. We charge $1,000 to $3,000 per month, and we're actually profitable. Since we started in February, we achieved almost $15,000 per month MRR. Half of our team is based in San Francisco, including me. Myself, I've built 2 other businesses. One of them has more than 50,000 students in an e-learning startup. Or, for example, Ryan Alice, he is a brand advisor who sold his email marketing software for more than $169 million. So we definitely know how to build all of this and how to implement this go-to-market strategy. We are using inbound channels like social media to build up trust, and then we're using, obviously, like our own email outreach to get some sales in. I'm also participating in lots of these events to gather interest, which brings me up to, we actually opened 5 spots for people inside this room to try our software and to build more effective sales relationships for their businesses. Scan this QR code if you want to book a meeting, and thank you.
Thank you, Christian. Do we have any questions from the jury?
What do you mean 5 client spots? Are you ready to like sell the business here, or you're still focusing on US and Australia, because this was what marked on the map?
By 5 client spots, that means we are taking on 5 customers because we have very limited capacity actually. This takes up a lot of effort.
Yes, that's what I meant. Are you sure you want to take them from Moldova?
If they sell in the US market, we are fine, like we can do it.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else? Nope. Thank you, Cristian.
Thank you.
Nicoleta Buzulan, the co-founder of Empiric, says, train your digital clone to work instead of you. Grow once, apply countless times. Empiric.
Bună seara, Chișinău! Hi, everyone. My name is Nicoleta, and I'm a co-founder of a deep tech startup called Empiric. I'm not here to pitch a 2024 mainstream business. I'm here to tell you about the mainstream of the 2030s. It will be about time. It's very predictable, I know, but let's go back in time for a moment. The year is 1995, and we are busy texting on our phone keyboards. Then T9 arrives, saving us several seconds per text by predicting the words we are trying to type. Fast forward to the 2000s. After a long day of work, all we really want to do is relax and watch a good movie. Luckily, we don't have to waste half an hour deciding what to watch. Netflix has already predicted what we'll enjoy, and that's awesome. Now we are in the 20s. ChatGPT is pure magic that saves us hours, if not days, of research, planning, writing, and all this by predicting which word is most likely to follow. Well, seems like this prediction thing is quite handy. But can it save us weeks, months, even years? Can we predict our way out of the work that we are doing? We suggest the answer is yes. And that's where we need to go deeper. Just like our language, preferences, and intentions, our behavior is predictable. Human behavior is defined by a combination of past experience and current environment. By life experience, we mean everything that happens to the person, how they feel about it, and what conclusions they draw. By analyzing this data properly, we can train models that predict what action will come next. And that's where we need to go deeper. If we join the models that predict next action with the tools that enable you to execute it, we create a virtual clone that behaves indistinguishably from yourself. Now, you are free to delegate your work to it and win your time back. Briefly, that's what we are working on. We are building software with your life experience as a data store and your behavior as an instruction set. We predict what a given person would do and interact with the real world by executing these actions via available APIs. We've already built the basis for the life experience data store and released it on the App Store. This is just the beginning. And I would love to talk you through our $50 billion US market, our two-side synergetic business model, and our team with perfectly aligned and complementary backgrounds. I would love to go even deeper to talk about the virtual labor market and the clone economy. But for tonight, we are out of time. So, if time is your most valuable asset, how much are you willing to invest to buy it back? Thank you very much, and good luck to the current generation of startups.
We have questions. Yep.
Hi. Great to hear about the next clone.
Thank you.
One question. What are you different from the others that are doing the same? Because there are multiple. I haven't seen too much of that. Second is, what's your business model? What are you selling? How are you selling? To whom?
Yeah, nice question. Well, you're right. If you Google right now, Google clones, Google twin, if you Google digital clones, digital twins, or virtual version of yourself, you will find out many startups claiming to build digital clones, but all they really do is chatbots, virtual assistants, or some kind of visual avatars. The core difference between us and them is that the clone doesn't imitate intelligence. It makes decisions and executes actions the same way its owner does. Anyway, there's a handful of companies aiming to clone the behavior, the human behavior. One notable one is Alt.ai, a Japanese company. What I like most of these companies is that they already pay salaries to the owners of hired clones, and they are aiming to increase Japan's GDP to $10 trillion. The difference between us and them is that we use the whole life experience, not just knowledge, skills, or professional background, professional experience. We collect a lot of private unpublished data like goals, emotions, memories, values, and so on to better train our clones and to use this emotional aspect in the decision-making process. Well, and the second, about the business model. As we solve a contradiction between employers and employees, we charge both of them independently. We charge users for the ability to train and use their digital clones for personal needs, and businesses for the ability to run each instance of each hired clone.
Okay, thank you very much, Nicoleta. Unfortunately, we are out of time.
Thank you very much.
Number 5 has a question. Do you struggle with working overtime? The founders of Audit Confirm faced the same challenge, and that's how the idea of their startup was born. Tim is Bradu, co-founder of Audit Confirm.
Hi there, and welcome to the future of financial documents. I'm Denis. I'm founder of AC Platform, where we help auditors and accountants to process documents and data. Despite spending $11 billion on an accounting software market, accountants still waste 100 million hours on manually processing data and documents. That's also impact audit process. That was pointed out by more than 70% of companies that this is actually the biggest challenge in a global research. So we build a platform that organize document, extract data, and reconcile financial information. An example of how easy to use us, just add our bot on any of your active chat, go around, take photo of your financial documents, and we transform it in bookkeepings without your implication in real time. That's allow you to save 10 times your cost, reduce by 90% processing time, have 0 hours for audit evidence collection, and have an opportunity of 50% business growth for some specific industries. About our competition as OCR Space and DocSumo, we are 100% accurate because we are involving a human in the loop that check this model, and model constantly learn from the humans. We're easy to use due to chat integration, mail, and accounting software integration. We are where already our users are, so it's easy to use. And we are affordable. You don't need to be a big corporation or have big budgets to work with us, as you may do with UiPath and Oracle. In 1.4 billion marketing, we're targeting 5% of Europe. Our monthly subscription model is based on number of documents we are processing. And currently we have 3 clients that we are co-creating our product together, and they are really very involved. And we have additional 7 companies that waiting our beta launch. And also at the moment we raised 30,000 key as investments. About go-to-market strategy, our main focus is partnerships with software providers and accounting and audit firms, so they can upsell to their client base. For our 20% revenue share, we also do free training and webinars with product showcase. We're having referral programs for other players in the market. We also do cold sales and freemium plans, so everyone can see what we really do. Our team, myself and Christian, we have a combination between technical knowledge and the knowledge in the finance field, so we can assure great product and amazing user experience. At the moment, we are asking for 100,000 euro for product and business development, with a goal in 4 months to reach 10 customers and 5,000 euro in MRR. Thank you very much for your attention.
Hi. Great problem. I want to ask you, how do you ensure, or can you elaborate a bit more, from the scanning and photo and everything, how does that go into the bookkeeping, as most of the companies have their own systems, and how does that translate? What are you using to do that?
There's 2 steps. Technically, we take photo, extracting all the information with image recognition. After that, we classify and structure information. After classifying and structure, we transform data. Based on history information that accountants already have, we associate accounting counts and transform data from structured to accounting records. That's how we technically do. We don't try to replace accounting software. We directly integrate with them, so they can do it, add value to already accounting system. And they can keep the old way they work, but additionally to automate document processing process.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't see on your competitors list the digital economy. How will you fit in a digital economy?
Could you repeat your question?
Let's take example of Moldova, where most of transactions are already digital. How are your product fitting the future?
Yeah, there's beside the. I could guess you're referring for digital invoicing, and we also this information that came in for digital invoicing, we can also attach to the accounting and transform this data. It will be only data from invoices, but also data that make financial sense. So we'll transform so we'll put accounting for that. But also there's many others documents that are not digital. And here I could give you a statistic. In worldwide, there is 550 billions of documents, and digital are only 15 millions. So there's a huge potential still in the market for transforming these documents.
Thank you, Denis. Unfortunately, we're out of time. That was Audit Confirm.
Yeah. Let's connect, and you can ask other question on LinkedIn. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
The second startup that managed to broke something at Google, I'll give you the quote. In 2013, I had a translation mobile app which used a non-official Google API. I've released it for free and made a global shutdown of the Google Translate service for 8 hours. I'm not sure if that's funny, but it is true. Vitaly Petrosyan, founder and CEO of Language.
And before I proceed with the presentation, let me ask you one question. What if your kids could have an access to one of the most advanced English language learning technologies at a price cheaper than the coffee in Starbucks? Sounds crazy, isn't it? For that purpose, we've created Langley, an AI-based Oxford English language learning solution for schools and corporate bilingual programs. Official stats says that there are more than 1 billion students trying to learn English as a foreign language. But schools are struggling to deliver an efficient digital language learning solution. Langley delivers an AI-powered software that gamifies Oxford English and provides a higher language mastery among students, thus helping schools to improve learning outcomes. All you need is just play. Play to learn, play to upskill, and play to pass the assessment. We'll do the hard work for you. We will track your progress and help you to learn faster. The language learning market has a tremendous potential, aiming to achieve $47 billion next year. And we are targeting US and Latin America market to capture 1.5 million students in the next 5 years. The market is competitive, but only few solutions can meet schools' requirements, and these are very expensive. We provide an internationally accepted methodology in gamified mode with the possibility to get certified. To make Oxford English accessible, we provide our partners with annual license at a price affordable even in the low-income regions like Latin America. We will scale fast through the partnerships and reselling agreements with big school operators, and we already have some traction, negotiated a piloting project with Innova schools and global expansion strategies in USA and Peru. We already have some traction here in Moldova in pre-selling for more than $50,000 here in Moldova and Romania, and our next step is to start piloting in Latin America. Our main goal is to achieve $24 million in ARR in the next 5 years. And to accomplish this goal, we have a great team of 23 fully dedicated professionals backed by the Vice President of the United States Educational Association. We've invested more than $1 million to create a stunning solution named the best language learning solution of the year in the United States of America. And now we are fundraising for our expansion plans. And we already have raised $400,000 and looking to cover the rest of the $1 million round. If you're an investor and still thinking about investing in Langley, ask yourself, what if these guys win the race? My name is Vitaly Petrosyan, and I'm the CEO and founder of Langley. Thank you.
Do we have questions from the jury? I mean, Langley is such a known startup. You probably already know everything. So, like, Vitaly, do you have anything new?
What makes you cheaper than the other competitors? You said that they are very expensive.
For example, our closest competitor is more expensive than we are twice. So what
makes you
us
cheaper? Doesn't matter how much it costs.
This is just the different strategy. Just the different strategy, because the self-cost is approximately the same on the market.
Okay. Thank you very much, Vitaly.
Thank
you. That was Langley. And startup number 14 for today is NodeShift, which was founded during a friend's hair transplant in Turkey. Please welcome Mihai Marcuța, CEO and co-founder.
Let's start with a thought experiment. Imagine any fundamental commodity: electricity, gas, water. A company can 10x the supply of the commodity at 1/10 of the cost. Would that add value? That's exactly what NodeShift does, but in the cloud infrastructure space, by connecting hundreds of data centers across the globe and making their capacity easily available at 70% cheaper compared to AWS, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure in one enterprise-grade cloud platform. But first, let's take a step back and dive into what exactly are the problems with AWS, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure. It's no surprise these platforms are expensive. These oligopolies control over 65% market share and charge outrageous markup prices on top. To really put it into perspective, AWS represents 13% of Amazon's revenue, yet over 73% of its profits. Secondly, when you sign up to any of these platforms, you agree with their terms and conditions, which state that you essentially give up on privacy. Last, limited geographical availability. You can only deploy data centers in Europe, US, and a little bit of Asia. But what if I told you that you could take advantage of affordable pricing and wide geographical coverage in one enterprise-grade cloud platform? And that's exactly where NodeShift comes into play. We aggregate hundreds of data centers across the globe, we take their spare capacity, and we make it easily available through compute virtual machines, GPU virtual machines, and storage at 70% cheaper. The best part, you only pay for what you use, ideal for small and medium businesses. But you don't have to take my word for this, because our customer, IMA, a Swedish marketing company, used to pay $20,000 a month with AWS. They transitioned over to DigitalOcean, where they're paying $14,000 a month. Now they're sitting with NodeShift at $3,000 a month, while also improving their overall latency. And that's just one example out of many. We're currently working on 19 proof of concepts, 4 with enterprises such as Toyota, 6 with small and medium businesses such as Avum Health, and 9 with startups such as Boosteroid, where the average deal size is anywhere from $150,000 to $1.2 million a year. The way we're targeting these customers is through an aggressive go-to-market strategy, where we reach out on a monthly basis to over 10,000 prospects, which convert to about 20 calls, where we lock in approximately 8 deployments a month. We also launched a pretty aggressive inbound lead strategy too. And the market is truly huge. As Jeff Bezos has said, the cloud market size is unconstrained, being valued at over $670 billion. And who better to tackle such a huge market other than a team of cloud engineers that has done it before? A team of cloud engineers that has studied similar products and projects over at Oxford University. A team of cloud engineers that has built similar products over at Microsoft and Cisco. Let's end with a thought experiment. Imagine any fundamental commodity: electricity, gas, water, cloud infrastructure. A company can 10x the supply of the commodity at 1/10 of the cost. Would that add value? Would you want to be a part of it?
Great presentation. I'm here. Hello. My question goes to the following. So you are mentioning that you can use the power of 200 different independent centers. Do you actually show where they are located, as some of the companies may have issues on not knowing where the data is stored? And moreover, some of them may be in some restricted areas. So how do you deal with that?
Sure. So I'm not sure if you've seen at the very beginning of the slide, we showed that we are GDPR compliant as a platform, which means you know exactly where you deploy your workloads, and you choose the exact data center and location. So there's no ambiguity. We're distributed, not decentralized. You choose exactly the location where you deploy.
Yep, we have another one.
So you basically aggregate, other cloud smaller providers, as I said.
Not clouds. Yeah, independent data centers.
Correct, centers. So my question is about the guaranteeing certain uptime and security. How do you do it? And is it like a big risk of your business model?
So, okay, I guess I'm not going to get to the very beginning of the slides, but what I was going to say is we aggregate only data centers that are certified by the Uptime Institute, which is an organization that physically goes to data centers and confirms that they have backup level safety, electricity backups, that have physical level of securities. And Uptime Institute guarantees that the data centers have 99.99 uptime service level agreements. Our data center partners are SOC 2 and ISO 27001 certified. We as a cloud platform are also SOC 2 and ISO 27001 certified. What we do, not only is the hardware at SLAs of 99.99, we also made this on a software level. We create multiple copies of your workloads, so we can also guarantee on a software level your uptime SLAs. So it's a full enterprise offering.
And how do you secure those data?
How
do you secure those data?
The data centers, you mean?
The data which are in the data center.
how do we secure the data in the data source? So there's multiple levels of safety. There's the physical level of safety and the software level of safety. On the physical level of safety, it depends.
Storage.
On a storage level, everything is encrypted at rest and in transit.
And do you think it's efficient?
Yeah, it's exactly the same system that you would have in any traditional cloud provider.
Okay, thank you very much, Mihai. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was it. We had 14 startups pitch in front of you, and now the jury will head into deliberations. We will give them some time to discuss it among themselves, to make the calculations, and to come back to us with the three winning startups. But for the rest of you, I invite you to stay here because we will have a fireside chat, and I will ask the volunteers to help me with the chairs. So for the fireside chat, I will have Gleb Babi, the founder of Aspect Health. We will be talking about his startup and how he managed in this year alone to raise over $1 million in investments from Techstars, angel investors, and U Ventures. He'll share his takeaways regarding this process and will give some inspirational tone and tips for the startups. Oleg? Oh, I'm sorry, Gleb? So, the jury has left. And let's lower the music volume, please. Gleb. Just a second. He was also in the jury, so he has to give up his notes. All right, Gleb, you're a founder of Aspect Health. I Googled it right before now. If that's the one that I found, it's wearables for health, right?
That's right.
For those of us here who don't know what Aspect Health is, can you tell us three main things about it?
Yeah, we use at-home hormonal testing and various wearables to help primarily women to either get pregnant or lose weight through the power of lifestyle modification.
I saw some wearables that were about premenstruation?
We have two products. The first one is for women in menopause and perimenopause. Basically, when in the middle of the life, women start gaining weight for no reason. So we help with that. And another group of people is women struggling with a condition called polycystic ovary syndrome. It's the main cause of infertility in the world, and we help through lifestyle modification as well.
You've secured $1 million this year.
That's right.
What do you think were the key factors in the way you secured this funding?
Well, the previous year of fundraising, I think. For me, it was mostly the matter of attempts to raise this money, and also I've been warming up the funnel for more than a year. And then basically, around New Year of this year, we tripled in size in 2 months, which helped to convert all the investors in a matter of 2 weeks.
There's a giant market of wearables right now.
That's right.
Anywhere from the Apple Watch to Whoop bands.
Yep.
And now there's this, you created the health wearable. I'm guessing you had a lot of questions from women. How is this? Like, what percentage is it accurate, and how do I know if I can trust this device?
Yeah, well, the good thing about us is that we don't develop any hardware. We use hardware developed by big pharma or essentially even Apple Watches. We collect data from all this hardware. In some cases, we would also send this hardware to the users, and we'll educate them how to use this hardware, and also our software will basically get the data from the hardware and do the basically hard lifting, do the analysis, and then our health coaches will hold your hand and help you make sense of data.
Okay. So as an early stage startups, what milestones do you present to potential investors to demonstrate growth and potential?
In our case, we primarily use 2 milestones. The first one is revenue. I think that we managed to raise this funding mostly because we were able to triple revenue in a matter of months. But then the second big thing is partnerships. It's pretty hard to acquire customers in B2C world. And we partnered with the biggest menstrual cycle tracking app in the world, Flow Health. I think many of women in the audience use Flow. Yeah, I think that plays a big role as well.
I'm actually, my girlfriend uses it, so
oh, okay.
I'm probably going to tell her about this device you're having. But if you can detail any strategic partnerships other than with the hardware makers that you've made along the way in order to make sure the software works and the clients will be satisfied, aside from the investors?
We managed to secure a lot of partnerships with their providers of hardware, as you mentioned, some companies such as Flow that can bring us clients, but this part kind of came naturally, I would say. I didn't struggle about it that much. So to be honest, don't know even what to expand here. Yeah, for us, the main hustle is to attract actual users, not the partners.
Okay. What primary challenges did you face, and maybe you're still facing, because you grew a lot? You have a new device, a new concept oriented specifically for women. Have you reached a point where you found these challenges now? Is it growing too fast? Is it access to more investors that would not eat up your share of the company? What challenges do you have?
For us, the main challenge is indeed growth in a sustainable way. Basically, it's very hard to grow in a B2C environment where you sell directly to consumer. A lot of companies target those exact users, right? They are big companies that have more money to pay to acquire the user. So such startups as ours needs to find some creative ways to acquire those users, such as partnerships with their big giants or some organic growth, good content, and so on. So we're experimenting a lot with these organic channels and finding ways to persuade users to join and believe us without us spending trillions of dollars in building trust and brand and this type of stuff.
That was exactly my next question. How much are you spending on promoting yourself?
It depends on a month-to-month basis, but in our case, it's very small numbers. At this point, it's 15, 20K per month, which is just drops in the ocean for the American market.
So the American market is your main market?
Yeah, we operate only in the US.
Okay. For the next funding round, what are your strategic goals and how do you plan to leverage these funds to expand your reach and services even more?
We currently stand at 300K in annual recurring revenue. So to raise the next funding round, we will need to get to at least 600, basically double. We are growing pretty fast, so I think that by February we'll hit this number. And one of the other important goals that we have for now is achieve profitability on a company level. We're also very cost efficient, so I think that basically we know that if we manage to get to 600K, we're already profitable, and then we'll actually see if we need more funding.
Are you in any way worried that your partners like Flow or some other companies might notice your product and develop competition for you with the same product, basically?
Yeah, they already tried, but they failed. So,
how did that happen?
They just, it's kind of easy. You partner with some wearable companies, you find health coaches, and you kind of make it work. That's what everyone thinks, because the idea sounds simple, but when they actually did this, it didn't work at all, and people were churning very quickly. So when I came to them and showed that actually can work, they're like, no way, we saw it doesn't work, we actually tried it. I'm like, but give me another second, I'm going to show you the numbers. And they're like, oh, cool, it's really working. So let's partner.
So the way you develop the software is genius, basically.
Yeah, well, we're close to that. My co-founder is very expensive in software. He developed a product for a company called Noom. It's not that popular in Moldova and CE, but it's valued at $6 billion today, and that's the most popular software for behavior modification. So he knows how to get inside the psyche of the user and change something there.
And last question, for all the startups that we have here, what advice would you give in attracting investments in a competitive market such as the US? Because we saw a lot of them targeting CE or the US directly. What advice would you give them?
Yeah, the targeting of CE and US and Europe, they're fundamentally different. Like I tried to raise funds and raised funds on all of them, and it's very different, and it's confusing when it's tried simultaneously at a few of those.
Is it cultural differences?
The culture and the expectations. Like people here want something safe with the revenue now. People there want something big in the future, and you just can't combine those two in one strategy. So that's about that. In terms of my advice, very hard. I would say that for most people here, the advice will be what I did, which is take more, throw further. Basically, just do more attempts and hope for the best. That's what I did. Well, of course, if you can grow revenue, that's probably what's going to guarantee you raising money. But if you can't, just try more, I think, and that's you will find luck one day.
When are you going to make wearables for men?
For men. Men don't buy wearables. Unfortunately, only 8% of...
Look at us. We're both wearing something.
Well, we are maybe weird men. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the reality. Only 8% of money goes into wearable market from men. So they needs to be remained underappreciated from us at least.
Because men's health is not discussed widely.
Same as
you don't
women's.
have a lot of men visiting doctors that target those areas, and a lot of men only go to the doctor when it's already a problem. I was wondering if there is even any possibility that you can develop such a device that would track us and come up with suggestions or...
Yeah, well, the main problem with men is that indeed the urgency is much lower. Basically, men need to nearly die in order to get the desire to take some medicine or look for a solution. To educate people, it's very expensive. We don't have money for that. That's why what is left is to serve the demand that is already there, which is in our case women.
Would you target men in the future?
Well, for sure, it's going to be a goal for expansion, but that's when we have enough money to explain to everyone in the audience that preventative medicine is cool.
All right. Thank you, Gleb. Thank you very much. If you want, you can go back to the jury.
Right.
But, like, off the record, what was your favorite startup today?
My favorite startup today? Well, I really like the last one. They raised money from one of the investors that didn't give money to us. That was cool.
I take it was a hard investor to take money from?
Sorry?
Was it a hard investor to get money from?
It was, yeah, but they're really smart guys. What happened is that the person who put my startup to the committee, he invested by himself as an angel, but the fund didn't invest. And that was cool. And then, yeah, but apart from that, I really like the idea with their green energy. That's maybe my second option. And the third one is the one with that grows lettuce. Just because for a long time before Aspect, I've been dreaming about this. But then I met the founder of iFarm, and then he explained to me how miserable how hard is that, I would say, not miserable maybe. And I'm like, all right, I'm then going to help even better.
All right. Thank you very much, Gleb.
Thank you.
Let's give our jury a few more minutes, and then we'll see you back here for finding out who are the three winners. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for the final decision of the jury? More noise, more noise. Sorry for the delay. We had a small delay because to this day, sometimes apps fail. But that's why we are startups, right? Some of us fail. So we have concluded who is the winner, who is the second place, and who's the third place. The person who will announce this is walking away from me right now. So I'm inviting Olga Melnichuk back on stage, and she will take charge of the award ceremony.
I wanted to skip, but it doesn't work like that. First of all, thank you so much for staying up late and for waiting for the results. It took us a lot. There were a lot of discussions. Yes. So there are a few things I need to tell you. I will be announcing 3 places, starting from 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. There is one big surprise. You know that we were discussing that only one startup is going to Silicon Valley, and this is the number 1, the first place. It's actually, the surprise is that we managed to negotiate with Startup World Cup, and there are going to be 2 startups going to Silicon Valley. Yeah. And the second startup that is going to Silicon Valley is going to be the startup from the 2nd place, right? The prize will be given to the 1st place, but we will, and we already, there are funds to support both teams to go to Silicon Valley, okay? So yes, this is the big events. Now, the team told me to see, so I can start, right? And, okay, let me ask you this way. Who do you think the 3rd place is? Give me some names. No? Okay, so this 3rd place is 3, 2, 1, and it's Breezy. Woo! Alex, we have a few nice tickets for you for participation at the events. Slash and How to Web is going to Alex. Slash and How to Web are presents for your participation and participation of your team from MITP. Those 2 conferences are startup conferences, and Slash is one of the biggest and most known for startups. So I'm going to the 2nd place. Any guesses here? Moonshot? Okay. Langley? Okay. Anyone else? Pinky? Cyber? Okay. Okay. So the 3rd place the 2nd place goes to 3, 2, 1, and very open with you. There were a slight conflict of interest while judging the Langley because Vitaly is our board member. So being board member of Moldova together with Nick Manolov and together with Roman Shtirbo, we were excluded from voting, so we could not vote for you, and we couldn't say anything, and the vote was made without us. So, and this is the vote that was calculated. What you're getting? We do have some vouchers, right, Veronica? We do have vouchers. Where is voucher? We have a small voucher for you for using the Apple products, and she's running. And then, of course, the biggest surprise is that you are going to Silicon Valley, and we very much hope you will pitch for Moldova, and we will make us proud for you. Congratulations again. And the voucher, yes. And Vitaly, also MITP is giving you free tickets to Slash and How to Web, to conferences for startups. So you can go yourself or send your team, of course. Sure. And I'm not be taking any space anymore because I would like to call Makar to announce the number 1. I will be counting and you will be giving the prize, okay? So the number 1.
So who do you think? Let's count down. 3, 2, 1, and no. Let us win it and make it next record. Congratulations from all of us, from Maib, from the whole team, from the whole
Wait a bit, don't go away. We would love to call everyone on stage and somehow make the place so that all of us can be in the picture with the winner of the hopefully $1 million from Silicon Valley. Come join the stage, everyone.